Hello. Hi, Jackie. How are you? I'm okay. Thank you for asking. So nice to see that you posted a video a day after I posted mine. Again, I'm very sorry for taking a month to make a video. It's absolutely ridiculous, I know. My sincere apologies for that. Won't happen again. Hopefully. So yes. Going back to the movie Sicko, I agree that it was a good documentary, although I didn't find it amazing because I wasn't amazed by it, considering I knew a lot of the things that he was saying. A lot of people, like you said, don't know, and the documentary was interesting. It was consistent. It had a lot of detail, a lot of facts, a lot of statistics, and had like proof. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I say this because of this and this is why, blah blah blah. Like, he actually took American citizens and took them and brought them to Cuba, and I think they were, I don't know, there were several. I think there was like 8, 10, I don't know, I'm probably off, but just a couple of people that had survived the 9/11 tragedies, and he had actually, brought them to Cuba. And in Cuba, they actually got the health care that they were supposed to or are supposed to get in the States. The reasons why, I don't know if it was unavailable or if they had a waiting list, or maybe it was a case of them not being able to afford it. I don't really remember. But yeah, they got, health care in Cuba, and I just think that's amazing, because it's not like they only went to a different country and got health care elsewhere, but out of all places, Cuba being like a huge enemy, rival, a place that's hated by the States, that, Americans are not supposed to travel to. Their sworn enemy, and they gave them health care. I wasn't surprised, but at the same time I was. Like, I knew that they would, because, it's Cuba, but it was after everything that they've been through with the embargo, it's just amazing that they would still take in, American citizens like that. But yeah, it is a problem of morality. It is a problem of priority. It is a problem of, caring for your citizens. But the issue lies in the system. The U.S. doesn't really put much importance on moral issues. It doesn't put much importance on humanitarian issues. For them, the number one thing and number one concern is corporations. Whatever can make more money for the corporations is what they're going to do. It's absolutely disgusting. It's what they do. It's capitalism. It's imperialism. It's filth. It's disgust, at least to me. And you see it firsthand when you go to the States. People paint this awesome picture of the States, but you only speak of what Hollywood or Los Angeles or this or that. Like, every country has its good, places, good people or whatever, but the amount of poverty that the States has is appalling. It's disgusting. I don't necessarily know at the top of my head the statistics, but it is a considerable amount, and it's so sad. But I guess that's what their American dream is. I don't know. As much as we are very fortunate to have healthcare in Canada, Canada can still improve, but it is a good example for the States to follow. And Canada's not the only place that has, free healthcare. I don't want to say free, but, we don't have to pay for it. But yeah, like what you said, would it be nice to have, free dental care and other, certain necessities or whatever? Yeah, I agree. I mean, I would love if, the government paid for my dental care. Although my dad's work does pay for the majority of it, it would be nice still. A lot of people can't afford it. A lot of people don't even have people who are less fortunate and are under the, are poor and under the poverty line in Canada, who don't work in, like, with unions or in major factories or even employment that does cover dental care, they're probably paying big bucks to get their teeth, fixed or whatnot, or they're not even going at all, which is disgusting and kind of sad. So yeah, there's a lot of things that Canada can improve on, but I mean, the states just kill it, like something so basic they can't even. And as a result, people are on waiting lists, and people die, and people, like, what if you have cancer? What if you, I mean, it's just appalling. Like, I keep repeating myself, but I can't even, like, express how much I don't like them. How much they just piss me off. So yeah, that's what I want to say about that. As far as, as far as people being ignorant, I agree. Like, there's people I know that don't even know who the Prime Minister is of Canada in May of 2009. They don't know who the present Prime Minister is. And when I do say Stephen Harper, they're like, who? They don't even know. And at least, know the basics. I mean, those are things that any citizen should know. So yeah, as far as being concerned about certain things that go on in the world, they're totally oblivious. But that's not to say I only associate with dumbasses. I also associate with very smart intellectuals, and they are an inspiration and an influential force in my life that I aspire to be. So I guess you see both sides, but yeah, the majority of the population is totally ignorant and oblivious to a lot of things that go on in the world. And as far as legalizing marijuana, I say do it. Thumbs up. From me. Thumbs up. I don't see how bad it would be. I don't agree with, putting taxes on it necessarily. But there's far more harmful things that are legal, like alcohol and tobacco. And, it's like, why not marijuana, but you can sell, like, alcohol when, there's drunk driving, there's underage drinking, there's tons of people who have alcoholic issues. I mean, it's not necessarily a good thing to sell, right? But how far is marijuana from that? You know what I mean? So I don't know, that's just my point of view. I think you guys should, not you guys, but whoever is watching the video, yeah, I don't see why not. And Canada being a foe or being a enemy or being an immoral nation for even contemplating or considering it, like, people are fucking retarded. Like, there's far more bigger issues in the world to focus on than, who I sleep with or what I smoke. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, I think if it were up to me, I think legalize marijuana, and I still fail to see what the big issue is with homosexuality. I don't see what's wrong with it. And for people to bring up religion, I just laugh at their face. I don't, because the Bible says Adam and Eve. That's just so stupid to me. Marriage is about love. You see that everywhere, but it's true. Marriage is about love. It doesn't mean a man and a woman. I don't understand why people think it. Probably because religion is shoved down people's throats and it ruins everything. Absolutely everything. And it takes away freedoms. So, I'm not going to go on a rant about that. But yeah, stupid. Completely stupid. Bullshit. So yes, and going on about my other, issue was about my friends or whatever. I wasn't necessarily referring to Sienna. I love that bitch. But I was referring to a couple of my friends. I don't want to, like, drop names or anything. But, yeah, the friends that I was referring to are the friends that I've had since I was little, since I was in grade 1. And, they're not necessarily the friends that I chose. Like, when you're young, you kind of, like, you have your friends, and then you grow up with them, and then you don't really break that friendship. So, you know, if I had met them later on,